like when I'm just gathering material for my acid mixes, which I have not put out one in a long time. Your tracks are always like on my mind. I especially love the Pursuit remix. That shit is fire. I heard Whipped Cream play that at at 10:15 Folsom. Was pretty sick. Yeah, what up, Hot Collar? What's good? So it's gonna be a mid-tempo focused conversation today. Excuse me, tonight. It is definitely night out. Glass Music. What's good? What's good? You want some feedback? Send me a track. DM me. I'll listen. When I first, the first mid-tempo track I heard was, it's an old track by Juno Reactor called God is God. And I believe it was early 2000s, like 2005 or 2004. And it was such a striking departure from like what I was used to, because everything was like, 4 to the floor and 130 BPM plus. So when you were hearing like something that was like 100 BPM, it was super next level because no one was really doing it at that point. However, back then, because no one was really doing it, it was really hard to like DJ a whole set of mid-tempo. So I don't know what that was. I maybe Instagram has like
Oh, you're back. What's up?
yeah. I maybe Instagram has like a 30-minute cap. I don't know what that was, because what I saw was like the circle animation.
Yeah,
like
same. And then I was like, oh, he's gone. He's gone.
that sucks because we had like 10 viewers, which
I know. Yeah, we had a little squad.
yeah. Oh, but they're all coming back now.
IO shut it down.
Io shut it down. He's like, don't you be talking about me unless you're playing techno.
No, they back in it. Oh, we have some returners. That's great. But yeah, no, I was saying I love IO. Like I was looking at this article. I saw him, a lot of mid-tempo artists, and I was like, oh, is he a mid-tempo guy? And I was like, and I looked him up, and I was like, oh no, he's got this really cool like techno, but like different, deep, simple sounds, stuff like that. And I saw him like on some sets with Rez. Like I think he was on a tour with her. I'm not sure. It could be wrong, but he opened up for her on some shows.
Yeah, they're both Mousetrap artists.
Yeah, and then I saw a Willie Joy podcast, who I love. If you don't listen to Willie Joy's podcast on SoundCloud, you should. He's a really cool artist who interviews a lot of like the upcoming guys and already popular artists and stuff like that. And yeah, he had a whole thing with IO, and it was really funny. He's like a nihilist, and he has a really cool perspective on life, and just a cool guy and a cool sound. But yeah. Matt says IO has hacks, but we have counter hacks. Yes, we do.
Yeah. Oh fuck! What's good, Matt? Matt Friendly.
Matt.
He's actually like, I would consider him my best friend. What's good, Matt? He's
back in a bit.
He's a trance producer.
Yeah.
What's good, Matt?
Melly, I want a shirt. I'm gonna buy one. But yeah.
IO to me sounds like basically techno Deadmau5. In fact, IO sounds so much like Deadmau5. It's funny to me that like he's on Deadmau5's label and Deadmau5 doesn't even
fucking synth mod. Like there's just wires connecting to oscillators kind of music, but like super simple.
It's because he uses very simple sound design with like really good fuck, why am I having a brain fart? It's like saturation plugins and like compression plugins. It's like old school processing, and whereas like a lot of like what is done in bass music is just like how gnarly can you like make your FM like AM like distortion. Whereas like IO and Deadmau5 are like, I just need a sawtooth and detune it like 3 times and we're good. That's all you need.
Yeah, Matt said it right. Like simple synths, but just like heavily processed.
Yeah, so it's just it's basically like if you're like Gordon Ramsay cooking really good halibut, but just like seasoning it perfectly so it just melts in your mouth.
Yeah. Hey, Gloss, you're welcome, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Yeah. I mean, someone's got to talk about it, right? You know what's
I
funny
would
is that
pronounce.
I still think it's niche, but to like to the average consumer, like people don't like, at least from my experience, like whether it's talking to people after a show or just like being in a show, like people don't know it as like mid-tempo. They just think of it, like you said, as bass music. Like a lot of people will literally call mid-tempo or my stuff dubstep. Like
Yep.
they'll
Yep.
call it that. They'll call it that. And I don't mind that. Like I actually prefer that because dubstep, guess what? It's super fucking popular and it's in everyone's set. And if you think my music is that, then that's fine. That's cool. But like, you know, it is a little bit different, but some people don't really know the difference, but there is a slight difference. You know, it's a little bit faster, set kind of slower at the same time, depending on what
Yeah,
you're
it's in
trying to
that
do.
weird wormhole phase.
Yeah, it is. Like I used to say to people, "Oh yeah, it's like dubstep but slower." But then when I started making it, I was like, "No, it's actually faster because dubstep is halftime, which is 75, and mid-tempo is halftime DMB, which is like 90 or like 85. So it's actually faster."
Yeah.
But it's weird because the way like the perks and drums are arranged, you actually, especially how Rez does it, you get this slower feel. You get this like, especially for Rez, you know, you get this like slow vibe kind of going on with it. Halibut
Yeah.
melts in
But
your mouth. Yes, it does. Yeah, see, no one, even Gloss says like no one knows the name mid-tempo in his country. Yeah, it's just bass music, new headbanging. Yeah,
bass music. I used
Way
to work.
step. Yeah, it is.
I used to work at this store, like a water store, where you literally just sell water, and I would
Yeah,
play
yeah.
like mid tempo, and like people would come in and be like, "Oh, this is some really interesting sounding dubstep," and they would just call it
Yeah,
dubstep.
yeah.
Kind
Yeah.
of like how like back in the day, like if you were listening to trance or house or techno, it would all just be techno.
Oh yeah, no, exactly.
Do you
It
remember
wouldn't
when
be any
all EDM
difference.
was techno?
Yeah. Oh,
And
my homie Cat says, "What do you guys think about Keizo?" Um, Intense. I went to his set, wild. And he's great. There's a reason why he gets, you know, the spots he does. He's a great producer. I love his influence of like when he came out with that Marilyn Manson remix. Oh, dude, everyone was playing that. Whipped Cream was playing that like in all of her sets. Like I put it in a set of mine. Like that shit went heavy. Keizo, he put it in his set, and the Down with the Sickness one. So yeah, I like Keizo. He puts a lot of people on Welcome Records. I have this song that I'm working on right now. I actually think it'd be a good fit for it, but we'll see because it's like alternative, like bass music. So we'll see. But yeah.
I want someone to do a mid tempo remix for Halloween of Michael Jackson's Thriller. There's
What? You know, there's really good house remixes to that, but yeah, I don't know because the actual song itself is like 117 BPM or something like that.
yeah.
You could do it, but it would be like Thriller. It could be cool. I mean, it doesn't matter. You could warp the shit out of it. It could work.
It. I mean, I don't. I just think like the
You know,
synths in it remind
the
me of
dark
mid
vibe
tempo.
Halloween. Yeah, I feel you.
That it could be cool. Maybe like a 110 style mid tempo, like faster style, like Moomaton style mid
Yeah.
tempo.
Yeah.
Dude, I totally forgot about Moomaton. That's technically a type of mid tempo. It's
Yes,
like
it
the
is. It
fastest of
is.
the mid
Yeah,
tempo.
it's just they have trap drum patterns, but at that tempo. Because, dude, that's funny you said that because one of the biggest songs I thought of like EDM culture in like 2015 or 14, I think, if I'm getting the years right, was that Dylan Francis and Nightmare song. I need you. You know that song where he's like at the barbecue, the music video. It's
Yeah,
called Need Someone or something like that, or Need Someone. I need
yeah.
someone. I need you. That's like
I
Moonbaton.
think Dylan Francis and then maybe Porter Robinson, like one of his tracks on his like debut EP,
Yeah.
it was like Moomba Core. That was
Yeah.
like the heavier
Mm-hmm.
Moombahton where they kind of took out the boom, bap, bap, boom, and just made it boom, bap, boom, bap. And it
Yeah.
was basically just like fast glitch hop, which was mid tempo
Yeah.
essentially,
Yeah. Before it
but
got like popularized.
kick snare rather than kick clap, kick
Yeah.
clap. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, for real. It's true. It has been around. It's just a matter of like the bases around those drums that have like really given it its name, and like Rez and 17 like really were the staples of like that. It's funny because I personally think 1780L, like he made like just sustained basses like a thing, like something that just seems so simple in the past, like initializer, distortion, buzzsaw, like with a bunch of fucking saturation and like top end onto it.
Yeah.
like made that a thing. And then now the trap producers and stuff like that, and dubstep guys, even at 140 and 150, are like doing that shit too. Like they're just doing like a fucking nice ass sustained bass, maybe some call and response and shit like that. But yeah, should do a smooth criminal.
I was kind of lightweight. I mean, sort of talking shit on 1780L before you got on here. I mean, not
Yeah, you
talking
were. Yeah.
shit, but like, I just like me and my fiance went and saw we saw Whipped Cream and 1788L, and it was cool to see them, but
Yeah.
like hearing the sustained like 5 different tracks of sustained bass like kick snare patterns in a row, it just got really boring. The same way like hearing like psytrance for like an hour like would get boring.
Yeah.
I fucking love psytrance.
Yeah. You need it. It's honestly, man. Yeah, you gotta bring it in like here and there. I agree, dude. He was one of like my like favorite artists. Just because it was so head turning to me, and it made me want to make all that different stuff. And then I saw him at his show, and I was so excited. But the set was just for me. It was hard to dance to. Like I feel like his music, at least just for me, was like we were all headbanging, we were going apeshit. But I do kind of agree with you. It's his sound is to me is more of an experience. And when I was there live, it was hard to like eventually dance to it, like get a groove to it, because there were so many breaks in between. It was like sustained bass, like break, fill. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was hard to like keep going. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of agree with you on that.
I think like the way mid-tempo should evolve is it could incorporate I don't know if I was like we've been talking for a while, so I don't know if I said this yet to you or if it was before you came on, like try things like bring different sounds from different genres into mid-tempo.
Yeah.
Like what I think is really interesting, because I haven't heard anyone do this, like as far as I know, like I'm the only producer that has done this. If someone else has done this, I would love to know. But like bring like hard style and hardcore elements into mid-tempo. Remember that track I showed you, that collab with Christopher?
Yeah.
Where like the second drop is basically just a hard style kick, but at 90 BPM. Like that's, to me, sounds interesting. You're just having like the dong, dong, dong. And there's like so much room for like huge rave synths. I think that to me is exciting because I haven't really heard that, and I think that would be really fun to dance to.
Yeah, I'm really into like at least what I want to see and make in some aspect is more like what you said before, like the melodic side of the mid tempo. Like I want to fuse like the melodic elements and like feelings of like kind of future based kind of stuff, but no saw pads, and kind of bring just that like cool light feeling into like the mid tempo. You know who does that really well? Who I idolize a lot is Cinemata. Like we're really close friends, Anthony. And he has some tracks right now that he's working on, and he's almost got like an EP done, and like he is executing that like perfectly, and it's like just really good.
He's put on like some tracks out on like Synesthesia label, right?
Yeah.
He has like that helmet branding, that like the circular face.
Yeah.
Okay, just make sure we're talking the same.
Yeah. No,
he's really good.
Really cool stuff. He reminds me of like if Seven Lions met like Virtual Riot.
Damn, I was just
not Virtual Riot, Virtual Self. And I really like that sound. Like I really like that Virtual Self sound. Is the next Marilyn Manson mid tempo, Mr. Christopher. Yeah, you guys back. But yeah, I really like that melodic kind of stuff, and also just kind of more of those. Yeah, because I honestly think like good writing is what makes like a good track, and a good track with good writing really makes you like a good artist and doing something interesting with that. Like you said, like the melodic element stuff. But yeah,
I want to hear some like trance. I would love to hear like a trance breakdown in like a mid-tempo, like 100 BPM, but like really emotive, like super saws. Like what if Armin van Buuren like Are You Afraid of 100 BPM? Like how he's got the Are You Afraid of 138?
Yeah.
In the trance scene, like nerdy niche like terminology.
Yeah.
And so like a lot of the trance purists were like, trance is supposed to be fast. What the fuck? Team 140. Who's afraid of 138? And now like trance kind of like a lot of trance is that. And I think it'd be cool if like trance slowed down again, but even slower, and like but with the the sophistication of like bass music. So like like you know how bass music is really technical and like
Yeah.
fat and in your face. I want to hear something like that, and I haven't quite heard that yet. Except there's this one producer. Fuck, he's on the tip of my tongue. Damn it! I'm so sorry, producer out there, because
You're
he
about to
did
give him a
some
shout
good
out.
shit. Where it's basically like progressive house, but like 100 BPM. It's so cool because it's like really
Wait, you're
pretty.
saying it's like house but 100 BPM?
Yeah, like
Oh, dude,
progressive
I
house.
was just, you're reading my mind. I was just about to say that, but my friend Travis goes by the name of Gold Geisha. It's literally all he makes. And it is so sick. He literally makes like Drezzo music, but at 100. All his songs, he literally does not do anything but 100 BPM. And he just focuses on a really nice kick pattern and a really nice bass pattern. And he spends hours just on those two things. And I like that philosophy because if you get those two things down, like, and everything after that, you can make a really good track. But he has all these cool like bass lines, like as if it was house, but it's not house. It's that 100 BPM, and it has this really cool cyberpunk, like vaporwave, like 80s, like futuristic vibe, Terminator feel to it. I don't know. It's really cool, and I think he's got underrated because he's got a super awesome brand. His art all looks like it. His music sounds like it. Really cool stuff, and I love that shit. But yeah.
What I think I'm gonna do is like what I want to try to do is like bring like an 80s style. It was interesting that you said that because like 80s, you know, like 80s synth wave that's like really
Dude,
melodic.
I downloaded all these retro wave sample packs because I love that sound, man. I think it works really well with mid tempo, like the fusion.
Yeah, it definitely does. And if you mix in because it like goes well with like electro and industrial, which is like what mid-tempo is kind of all about right now. And I think that's good because I feel like that tempo is perfect for like industrial and electro because, I mean, that's probably why all the goths are into mid-tempo right now because like that's what they like listen to. Like industrial like used to be like I mean, it still is, but like a rock like form of music. And now that we're like once like the industrial like traditional industrial fans discover mid-tempo, I think like there's going to be like an explosion in that scene. People like that are like still doing it are probably going to like blow up, and I'm really excited for that. To bring it back to the main topic, I think mid-tempo is in its teenage phase right now. Stomp, Rogue Annabelle Lee, you are right. It's the stomp music. You know, like those memes where like the cyber goth industrials are doing oh shit! We had a podcast.
What? Great. Yes. Dude, I dance like that I dance it as a joke all the time. But I love that shit. I know exactly what you're talking about. The stomp music. Dude, one of those dudes in that video died, and there's a video of all the homies squad at the funeral. And there's like 100 people around the funeral, and they're all like serious. And then 5 of the friends come in their fucking industrial shit, and they're all like, boom, 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 boom. And it's like, dude, these guys are dancing this at their friend's funeral. Like, that's epic. That's the squad I want.
Damn, that's some like mad homie loves. Let's
exactly.
Drop a rock for respect.
Yeah, for real.
Damn, I don't know, man. It was like a sad story, but also a badass story.
Yes.
Who the fuck is your manager? Like, are you typing like in the Instagram? Because I keep seeing.
Oh no, that's me. I am multitasking like a motherfucker.
Bravo.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I have ADD, yet I'm able to do both of these things right now with no medication.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Impressive.
But yeah.
What time is it right now?
10, We've been on
10,
for
12?
about almost an hour, which it feels like it's been 10 minutes, which is cool.
Yeah. It has been an hour. Yeah, we were supposed to end at 9:30. I'm gonna wrap it up right now.
Yeah.
But like, dude, I had a lot of fun doing this. This is the first Getting Social with Social Kid. We're gonna have other guests on here. And people in the comments, like, let me know who else you want to see come onto the show.
Yeah, definitely.
It's really cool to have like a forum to just talk about music. I think it's like really fun and it's engaging and it gets, because like if I was like watching, I would have fun like watching like, you know,
Yeah.
two
I mean,
people like
it's at
do
least
something
fun for
like
me because
this.
like we're producer nerds, you know, like we're audio nerds, and it's like it's fun to talk about this shit, even though to the general public sometimes it's not. But we get people that are into it, like other producers and other people that are just interested in the things of music. So I'm happy you brought me on, dude. I love talking about this shit. Like I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah. Um, and I listen to our collab a lot. I know it's still unreleased, but like it's gonna come out one day.
Put it out. I love it.
It's gonna come out. I'm just looking for the right label, the right time to release it because it's on my EP. So, but like guys that are like in the chat right now, all 8 of you, really appreciate the support.
Yeah.
If you don't know who Weasley is, you should because he's a badass producer.